The game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Well, it is almost a final in Houston. Welcome in. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook show until the game goes final. We're right here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. And the game is in the bottom of the 10th inning. If you guys want to play along with us, you can log on to the YouTube stream, WI Sports Radio, and just see our reaction maybe.
Mm-hmm.
McGill in, a runner at second and a fly ball, and Frelick will catch that ball for the second out of the inning, mind you. Yordan Alvarez went down on 3 pitches by McGill leading off that 10th inning.
Yeah, that was scary. Can't believe he threw him 3 fastballs, too.
No doubt. It was Challenge City.
Yeah. I want McGill to get this so bad just for McGill, too.
Yeah.
I need McGill to close this out. He'll get amped up after this if he gets it done, too.
The runner did move to third, Tommy.
Yeah, so they still need a hit. I mean, it's the same deal.
So that knuckle curve might be an issue here.
Yeah, I guess. Don't want to throw it away.
It's my boy Cam Smith.
Oh, fouled it straight back. He's on it.
Yeah, a 2-run homer and a double?
Yeah, he's been smoking the baseball today.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Coleman Crow deserved a better line than he had. 4 innings, 4 runs, but only 2 earned. Brewers have answered with 4 unanswered runs. Now, they were down 4-1 in this game. They lead now 5-4, runner at third, bottom of the 10th, and 2 down. And it's Trevor McGill against Cam Smith. Right.
Yeah, I am.
I don't know if they deserve to win this game. Do they?
No. What? Their last 2 runs were painful, first of all.
Yeah.
And the defense has just been completely away from what the Brewers have preached to be their defense. Now, they did. It does feel like if David Hamilton hits a home run, you deserve to win that game. I will say that. You can't waste
the one.
You can't waste the David Hamilton home run. And Churio coming back, getting his hit on top of it, that's huge.
Yeah.
Plus, the parlay cashes if the Brewers win today because it was Churio and Mitchell to get a hit today.
Okay.
With the money line.
They both with hits in this one. Churio, a big one, a big 2-run home run in this game to put the Brewers down 4-3 at that time.
Oh, he might have went.
Oh, I think he went.
Yeah, they got him. All right, down to their last
Brewers are
pitch.
a strike away from winning this game.
More business winning this game than last game. I'll say that.
I would, slightly. But we need to talk about Joey Ortiz. We need to talk about Luis Rengifo. We also hopefully are going to be talking about a win here. Come on, baby. Come on, Trevor. 2-2 count. I'm not supposed to be doing play, but
he caught it. He caught it. Yes.
That's game. There you go, Trevor McGill. Take this one.
The Brewers have 7 hits over their last 2 games, and they are 2-0. That's ridiculous, Tim.
Huge win tonight in Houston.
He caught it.
It is a final, and the results are good down in Houston as the Brewers win 5-4 in 10. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and a huge victory. Not sure they deserve to win this game.
No, not at all.
But, man, they did it. And I'll tell you what, clearly the MVP of this game. I'll give you guys one guess on that.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you only get one guess on this.
Is it someone who was on the bases in the 10th inning?
That someone was on the bases in the 10th inning.
It was Christian Yelich. Christian Yelich is your player of the game?
Yes, that was pure veteran baseball smart savvy by Christian Yelich.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that is a more difficult task than it is hitting a 2-run home run. It is. What he did right there was amazing. And I don't think too many players make those two base running decisions. He moves over on somewhat of a shallow fly ball from second to third. And then he moves in on a line drive that the outfielder's in pretty good position to make the throw. I mean, if that hit was to the outfield in the second inning, Christian stays. He doesn't even go.
I need one of our nerds who can work Baseball Reference or Fangraphs or one of those better than I can. When is the last time the Brewers won a baseball game with 4 or less hits, 2 or more errors, and not getting a hit with a runner in scoring position all day? How do you win that game? How do you win that game? They had no business being in this game. And to your point, Tim, I was telling you before we went on, like, what are the chances that this run in the 10th is going to be painful? I mean, it was painful. But to your point, Christian Yelich did do his thing, getting around on the bases, and those sac flies. I can't believe they won this game. I can't believe it.
That is a huge victory. As we're gonna be on for a while tonight talking Brewers baseball. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. Right here, right now, we are at the exact 1/3 mark mathematically in the 26 championship season at 34-20, and a new high water mark over 500, 14 games over 500. And where are you at with the Brewers here through 1/3? I mean, in theory, injuries to not only position players, but the pitching staff, some questionable left side of the diamond offense. Questionable, I said.
Questionable. That's it.
Questionable. Should they be 34-20? I mean, but doesn't that tell you something? It tells you that when you're not playing great, you're not clicking on all cylinders. You're clicking on some for sure. That you're a much, much better team than it shows. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. It was a month ago, and I didn't think they'd be ever 14 games over 500 this quick.
Okay, Tim, do good teams find a way to win games like this?
They do.
Is that what we're going to go with?
I think so.
That good teams find a way to win painfully, the last 2 games have been?
It's been a little painful.
It hasn't looked great. It has not looked great.
No. And
yet the Brewers find a way today, 5-4. They had to get to 4. Remember, that was the other one. They were struggling to get there, but once they got to 4, they were like, "Hey, we can win this game," because they didn't give up 4, right? They only gave up 4. So they had. I can't believe Abner came in the 9th inning. That was crazy too by Murph. Every inning he pitches in has to be stressful too. He never can go 1, 2, 3.
But I do think though that using Uribe as much as you can right now, I mean, sooner or later it's a reliever. What's a 1-game suspension? We'll get to that as well.
Oh yeah, I mean the
one game.
I'm wondering what's the statute of limitations on PCA if Abner Uribe is getting 1 game too. By the way,
that just opens the door.
We should call Josh Mauer so we can talk about the Cubbies
just
a little bit.
Ludicrous,
great word for it. Yes,
it really is that Abner Uribe gets suspended for what he did. And PCA doesn't.
Boulder
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I clearly, someone needs to explain that to me. I think Sparky had a 1-sentence answer for me when I texted him earlier today.
Yeah, well, I was there. I was in that chat.
Yes.
The league doesn't care about the fans.
Yeah. So if you do something detrimental to the team, to another team, then you get your hand slapped. But you do it to a fan. And Sparky's line, as you said, was the league does not care about the fans.
Right.
Now, was the woman out of line? Well, of course. I mean, I don't know. But again, though, that See, and again, I just think of it this way too. Craig Counsell came out after the PCA deal, and he says, he made a mistake. He made a mistake. We all make mistakes. He made a mistake. I'm sure he'll learn from it moving forward. Yeah, after throwing 14 more tantrums like a little baby on the field. I mean, is that a good look for the league?
Right. No, I don't think it is at all.
And so then now Murphy, after the Uribe thing, says unacceptable. See the difference? You see the difference in styles, leadership styles. Our boy Ryan McIntyre was texting back and forth with me, the official post-gamer professional musician. And he pointed that out. Look at the different styles. Craig Counsell, he made a mistake. Pat Murphy, unacceptable. So did the league listen to both managers then and then proceed accordingly on their punishment? Yeah, maybe, could be. We'll get to that a little bit later on. Yeah. I don't want to get too crazy on that right now, but it is ridiculous. But the big news tonight, Christian Yelich is still a monster on the base paths.
Still is. Want to get to a couple of texts here before we get to a couple of calls. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. Muzzy, what a nail biter. Defensively ugly, but our pitching looking great as always. Can't even blame Crow for the runs he gave up. That didn't go yard. Time to pull the plug on Rengifo. Let's call it June 1st already and move on. A couple other coming in here on the Nicolay Law talking text line from the 7-1. Jeff in Woodville. Bullpen continues to impress. What a grinder. I had some numbers in pregame today that says that this bullpen, Tim, has really not been getting the love it deserves. They have the 6th best team ERA. I believe they were 10th. It might have gone down after this game. In opponent batting average when a reliever comes into this game. We have really, I feel like, put a very harsh label on this bullpen because of some really bad early stuff from Trevor McGill and Abner Uribe. But for the most part this year, as long as Woodford Reserve and Brian Fitzpatrick and what's the other guy, Easton McGee haven't come into the ball game, they've been pretty lights out during this. Let's get to our first caller here of the night. 414-677-1250. Nick is in Milwaukee. You're leading off today. Nick, what's up, boss?
Oh, man, get your hammer and a set of nails out because, man, this bullpen is lights out.
Is this prison, Nick?
It really is. Ashby, he's got just tremendous stuff. I mean, it's just like good morning, good evening, good night. He just power sinker. And he got Dio Hall. I mean, this guy can give you some bulk innings. Uribe, nasty stuff. Always
Hall,
brings
Grant
the energy.
Anderson. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
The whole litany of them. Yeah.
Bullpen is just amazing. And then Churio, great to see him take off. Boy, he had a bomb in that 5th inning. Love to see when he hits the ball hard. Yeah, but I'm right with you there. That left side of the infield is really, really. I'm getting sick of it. And I'll tell you what. At what point do we sit here and say, let's try and exercise the Vaughn mower at third base?
I can't. You can't rule it out, can you?
I know you're sacrificing defense because. But the way that Bowers has been swinging the bat, you got to keep him at first base. And Vaughn, you have to maximize that offense. And I think that's the optimal way to do it if you're reluctant to bring one of these guys up from AAA.
So how do you, real quick, Nick, how do you then define this first third of the season, 54 games exactly in 14 games over 500 at 30? Am I right on that? Right. 34 and 20?
34 and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think they're proving us what they've been doing the last, however many years now since 2018. They always just really solid pitching. The question though is I think there's always room for improvement. I think if you add a bat or two in this lineup, boy, look out. I think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs.
Do they need to add a bat though? Really? I just don't. I think that like
the left side of the end, you just can't be trotting out, the 7-8-9 with Frelick, Rengifo, and Ortiz. I think you just got to get someone respectable in there.
Well,
but
I think that there's not a lot. If they're in your mind, if Vaughn gets in the lineup with Jake Bauers, I don't think they need to add a bat because now it's a shortstop and a third baseman. It's your 8 and your 9 hitter. If they didn't add a bat, I wouldn't be upset. This is a good lineup when everyone is in the lineup.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also want to just say that while I would love to see the experiment at Andrew Vaughn at third base, he has played 2 career games at third base. They were back in 2021, his rookie season. Also, Nick. I know he's taking ground balls, but I think Rhys Hoskins was taking ground balls at shortstop last year too for fun.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Hey, great hearing from you, man.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. Hey, great as always.
Thank you.
Very fun.
Could this be the Rengifo and Joe Gotta Go show?
Nomo, Rengifo, and Joe.
Nomo, Rengifo, and Joe
Make
show.
the shirts, and then put Smile Milwaukee on the back end.
I think that was our morning show in Tallahassee. Rengifo and Joe.
Nomo, Rengifo, and Joe in the Mo. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning from Rengifo and
on
Joe.
Z93. It's Rengifo and Joe Gotta Go show.
Well, Joe can stay. It's Joe in Pewaukee, and he's up next on the Nicolay Law Talking text line. What's up, Joe?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, Joe.
First thing I want to say is, was I the only one that was crotch chopping everywhere when Abner had Jordan just frozen like a frozen pizza?
Oh, no. We were right there with you.
Yeah. A little more. I mean,
Jordan gave him, Abner gave him 3. I think I crotch chopped at least 4 times after that one.
Yeah. There would have been a flag on the play on you, Joe. I got it.
Absolutely. But anyway, one of the other things I wanted to say is I listen to every show. These last few shows where we got my boy Bodie and we got my boy Big Dog Chase.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a weekly podcast. A weekly Big Dog Chase and Bodie podcast.
Big Dog, you know what? Big Dog did text in, so I'll read it with you on the air here. Big Dog, here, some questions because I can't call in tonight. I thought I would text them. He said, was Abner appeal strategic? Yes.
Absolutely it was.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Next line just says UWM Panthers. That's all. But good stuff. Thought Aaron would get the win today. That's the next line.
I'm a genius.
And then
almost.
How did PCA not get suspended, but Abner did? So Big Dog's right on it with every sports talk radio. He's got them
Big
all.
Dog's dialed in.
He's got them all.
I'm waiting
Joe.
for him to get that 2:00 show like you guys have been talking about.
That's right. That 2
he
to
should
3
take
start.
over. Take over for Spark.
Yep.
Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to tune into the show. I mean, I've been pounding the highlights, and we stole another one tonight, guys. It feels great. We're just rolling.
Thanks, Joe.
It is a steel job. All right, Joey. Thank you, man.
Have a great night, fellas.
Yeah, you too. It does feel like they stole this one. It just seemed like it was over countless times, right? Countless times in this game. It just felt, Hawk Harrelson, it's over. That's the way it felt.
Yeah.
And so I don't think this is as big as Wednesday's steal, but this is a stolen game.
It's not much smaller if it isn't bigger.
Let's see. 4 unanswered runs. You're down 4-1. That's why you look and point straight to pitching.
Yeah.
Pitching did the job. Coleman, Crow, Armstrong did the job.
Oh, I like that.
4 innings of 4-run ball, but only 2 earned. This pitching staff gave up 2 runs in 10 innings, earned runs. That's a huge, huge win for the Brewers. Again, 54 games in, still a couple of games left. Do the math. What's 34? Now we're right at 54. Another 34 and another 34. 34 times 3.
102.
They're pacing to win 102 games. That's without a 14-game winning streak. That's without an 11-game winning streak. What's their longest streak? 6?
6?
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. But does the style of play match that record? Ooh, sometimes not. like tonight. They didn't look like a 102 win team. But maybe that's what 102 win teams do. Win games like this and Wednesday. Take more of your calls, get more of your reaction here. The Brewers kick some Astro tonight. 5-4 final in 10. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. Brewers take game 1. Oh, man, what a game. Want to get your reaction on this one. A 5-4, 10-inning win to take game one of a 3-game weekend series in Houston. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, and that 5-4 victory put the Brewers 14 games over 500 at the 1/3 turn of the season, and they are tracking to win a whole mess of games again.
Ooh.
So the left side of the diamond, topic of conversation. Christian Yelich and his base running prowess won this baseball game. You think about that. That won this game.
Oh, yeah.
That and the pitching. Once it was 4-1 early, and you're thinking, oh, Houston's running hot. They're kind of on a heater, winning 6 of 7. Hey, the Brewers, and then, at the same time, you're saying, well, wait a second here. Brewers are pretty hot as a pistol, too. And then you think, well, if you can get a run or two on the board, start pecking away. Jackson Chourio did that with a 2-run shot. And you had David Hamilton got the first run. That was a home run. Speaking of which, David Hamilton. It's funny. I'm glad you brought that up, Tommy.
Yeah.
David Hamilton. So which do you prefer? A David Hamilton home run tonight like this one?
Hamilton to left. This is hit well, and it's gone. David Hamilton uses the Crawford boxes for his first home run of the season. We're all tied up 1 apiece.
Okay. So you have that one, or do you like the Little League homer a little bit better?
And a line drive back up the middle. That'll work. Frelick sent around.
And the ball gets away from Crow Armstrong.
That'll
Score Ortiz. Hamilton's on the move. Hamilton being waved. Still being waved. Here's the throw. Safe!
Which one do you like better?
Hey, Tim, both of them were in the 3rd inning. Hamilton might be a merchant in the 3rd inning. Might be a merchant in the 3rd inning.
There it is on Brewers TV, both of those calls. My goodness.
I prefer ones that sound like Jackson Chourio.
Fly ball left center. This is hit well towards the gap, and it is going to be gone. A home run for Chourio, and just like that, the Brewers are indeed back in it. And Tim, it came on a hanging sweeper.
Yes, it did.
It can't all be good. Eventually, you're going to hang one. He was throwing it with such confidence. Of course, he's going to try to rip it across the zone.
He was talking to Dillard, not Allen.
Not
Okay.
Tim Allen, right?
Gotcha.
Just to Dillard. When that homer got hit, though, Tim, it felt like they could steal it. It felt like they could steal this game. It was when Chourio hit that home run, it was right after the Astros had just scored, right? Too, and you just thought, ooh, that looked like a swing that a winning ball club makes in that moment. That just. Are they going to steal this game? It wasn't, are they going to come back in this game? It was, are they going to steal this game after that home run? Because they got back into striking distance. And I felt a little bit better once that home run came in that time of the game.
Well, and then it got to, yes, at that time of the game, but then it got to the 6th, 7th range to where once you unleashed Aaron Ashby, you're thinking, hold on a second here. You've got your guys lined up here. Make sure you get this thing tied. Just get it tied. That's what Bowers did. It took until the 8th inning to get it tied, but he got it done.
Ground ball softly hit towards second base. They'll get one. This game is tied on the RBI ground up by Bowers.
So you're going to take that right there, and you're tied. And now I'm thinking, okay, maybe steal is too rough of a word here.
No, that was painful. I'm sorry.
That was a painful run.
That was painful.
Yeah. It's just always painful when they score those types of runs.
So painful.
And then the other guys get, there's Cam Smith with an RBI lace double. It's like, wow, what are we doing here? So you get it tied. Now the mindset had to be, Uribe, is he powder keg after the suspension and what went on his last, with the Cardinal series? Could be one of two ways. But you're tied at least here. You got a shot at this thing. Get a run, be done. Just get that run, and you should be all right. because you've got it lined up the way you want.
Oh, Cam Smith exit velos today 105.9, 107.5, 108.
Yeah, all jazzed up and
Oh
all
my
happy
God,
and screamy
and the hardest hit ball of the
fired
day
up.
was Jordan's fly out to center. I mean, that Garrett Mitchell play. We should talk about that at some point today too, because Garrett Mitchell playing less scared is a good thing for this Brewers team as
Another
well.
nice game tonight.
Yeah. Need him in that too. We want to get a couple of texts here on the Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250 if you want to be a part of the show. When I saw Trevor had both chains pop tonight, I knew he was shutting the door.
There you go.
Cactus Pete, I feel like this Brewers team is never out of it, no matter the echoes of they are behind. They've always seemed to find a way, and that's what winners do.
That's now what, 16 come from behind wins or 15?
I can find it in here somewhere. I think it's 15. Yeah, 15 come from behind victories. Yes. Next one in here from the 414. I don't care about records. That's one of the best wins of the year because they played nowhere near as good enough to win that game. I can absolutely let Ortiz stay in this lineup if he's the only one being as bad offensively, but having him, Frelick, and Rengifo is just not great.
Now, I'm glad. Who was that from?
That was just from the 414.
Yeah, I'm glad you sent that in because I'm always nervous on the show. I'm never going to shy away from my honesty, but I'm always a little bit nervous as to how that's going to be taken when I say they really didn't look like they deserved this win. I'm glad other Brewer fans sense that as well, because there's going to be games like that where that's baseball. That's part of the beautiful thing of baseball is that these things can happen, but that doesn't take away from, that didn't look good.
No.
That didn't look good overall.
Let's get back to the phone lines, 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. The only man who thought 102 wins could be possible this year. Let's get to beer count. Kenny, what's going on, Kenny?
About damn time. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Friday night.
Yeah, that's a Friday beers. Friday beers are always good.
You damn skippy Friday beers are good.
Oh man,
Friday free for all. Look out.
Do we have bourbon beer? Bourbon beer, Ken? Too?
No, just beer.
Okay. All right.
Gentlemen.
What'd you think, Ken?
Well, the reality is I can't believe how many people go, this was one of these games we stole. What are you guys, goofy? Have you not been watching all year?
Have you not watched this game?
Yeah, hey, Tim. When Churiel got it to 4-3, first of all, Houston's not somebody that's going to scare you, right? So when I'm listening to people say, "Oh God, this game! Oh Jesus, I can't believe we stole this game." Are you people goofy?
Yeah.
Have you not watched this Brewer team all year long?
Yeah.
This team is outstanding. And why? They do the things that the other teams aren't able to do
They
right
look
now.
great
And
tonight. Rengifo turned a beautiful double play. They hit with runners in scoring position tonight. They had an error in the ninth inning. They walked a couple of men. They looked awesome, Kenny.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. I love the
condescending. That would be a good one for
exactly. But here, let me bring you back to reality. And the fact of the matter is that this team is way better than most people think. They're the quiet winners. They're the quiet champions. They're the quiet team that just keeps sneaking up on you. They keep doing all the right things under this management. What they're doing right now is just incredible. Well,
maybe this follows into the pocket of what you're talking about. Maybe we can meet in the middle on this one. The mark of a great team, and I'm not saying they're great, okay? But the mark of a great team is to win games when you're not playing well. That's the mark of a great team. Now, will they be a great team at the end of the year? Maybe. And this And Wednesday, maybe exact case in point to, hey, you didn't play a great baseball game, but you won. That's how good you are.
I go back to what I'm saying all year long. It's about winning series, right? Doesn't matter how you win. You just keep winning them, and you can get to put forward, and
that's breaking up a little bit.
And that's what this team continues to do. Murph tells his guys, "Hey, you know what? We're on the road, but today's a new day."
Yeah. Kenny, I'm sorry. I tried. I really did try, Kenny. All right. You were on a little too long with probably a couple of things, but still, regardless, it was because you were breaking up.
Cell phone.
It was because you were breaking up. I know. We all heard it. Let's keep going down the line here.
But I didn't know if it was a cell phone breaking up or it was. Hey guys. Right, sorry. No, he was in much better shape tonight than he was last Friday.
No, yeah, it's fair enough. Brett's in Mequon, and he's up next. What's up, Brett?
What's up, guys?
Hey, have you had any beers tonight, Brett?
I've had a few, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. You sound like not Kenny, so it's all right too.
Well, Kenny's a good shit.
Oh gosh,
man.
Brett.
Oh, man. Friday night in the big city.
That's unreal.
Oh man, Brett, I'm so sorry.
Man,
you did that.
I'm so sorry, Brett.
I'm going to cry.
All right. Well, let's just take a break. It'll catch up by then or something.
I mean, it's not like you can tell, but I just blinked 3 times rapidly. Okay. He didn't drop a Pete Crow Armstrong. No. He didn't do that. Hey, we've got another hour of this.
Yeah,
we're gonna get to Pat Murphy and change. Yeah, we'll get to Pat Murphy and a whole lot more. The Brewers get one tonight in 10 innings to take Game 1 of the 3-game series. We're talking about it. Don't go anywhere. A lot more fun on the way as well. We'll get into Abner Uribe's suspension and more on the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. All right, welcome back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. 5-4 final. It took 10 innings, but the Brewers prevail. I don't want to use the word improbable, but it did feel like the Brewers were going to lose this game when they were down 4-1.
Unlikely feels less harsh.
Yeah, I think so. And now that I think back of the near no-hitter, it was still only 1-zip. In this game, you were mid-game down 4-1. And your offense didn't seem like it was it still seems, I won't say sputtering, but it still seems they're not clicking all the way quite yet. They're just not. But they find a way. And I think that's what the Brewers, I think that's what this foundation of players has been known to do, and that's just battle. I don't want to sound cliche because Ned Yost was all about that. And I recall playing Ned Yost pressers on this program, Tommy, years ago when they were losing, and it would be like, but they battled. They battled tonight. That's not this team. That truly means that they're intensely into this game.
Yeah, there's a couple. I don't know how it really gets determined, but the win probability tracker that's usually going during the game. Well, in the top part of the fifth, the Brewers had an 11.2% chance to win when they were down 4-1.
That's about the way I felt in this game.
And then it started creeping back up into the, once Churio hit the homer, it went to about a 30% chance to win.
Now, it should have went a little higher than that in my book, but okay.
Then in the top part of the eighth, it got up to about 50% chance until then Bowers got the run to score. In that bottom of the ninth, when the bases were loaded, it went back to 83% chance after that intentional walk to lose the game.
To lose the game.
Yes.
Right. I mean, bases loaded, 1 out. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That game was over.
I
mean, come on. All right, we'll get in a call or two, depending on how long you guys take. But we'll try and get a couple in here. Marshall, what's going on? You're staying up a little late tonight, Marshall.
Well, a little bit, guys. I'll admit, after Churio's home run, 4-3, I felt good, and so good that I went and watched some tennis history back to my era here, which was a lot of fun tonight. But I came back in time for the 10th inning, guys, and when I heard the 10th inning, I felt, these guys could do it. I felt at 4-3 we could do it, and then McGill did his thing, and kudos to the relief pitching tonight. Kudos to the battling, as we said. They have. The last two games have been this way. They battled, and they've just found ways, and that's the mark of a good team in any sport. And I agree with you that the hitting eventually will click, and hopefully we can win this series. I felt coming in, despite the fact that Houston was hot. So are the Brewers. You got two hot teams going here.
Yeah.
I thought we could get 2 out of 3 in this series, and I'm not backing off that at all. And guys, before I let you go tonight, I have to get a joke in.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Marshall.
I have to get one in because blame the Brewers announcers on this one. They were talking about the name change, Dyken Field from Minute Maid Field, which it still should be Minute Maid Field. I mean, that's so Tropics and so Houston and everything. But anyway, they didn't do it. And one of the announcers tonight kind of relayed a joke that was told, I guess, inside. He said, you could say that Dyken squeezed out Minute Maid. And Marshall's embellishment of that was, you might say Dyken did the suicide squeeze on Minute Maid as well. Anyway,
yeah.
God bless you, Marshall.
Thank you, Marshall. Cousin Tim, what do you got tonight? It's Friday night. This could get fun.
Well, why wouldn't it be fun?
Well, I'm just saying.
Want it to be fun or not fun?
We're in a fun mood.
The choice is yours, dude. Would you get your heads together? No, I'm just kidding. Hey, there's got to be like a statistic, right? For like Renfro. Like you lose games, and then you have like that one for Joey Ortiz, like bases loaded, or you got a lot of men on base. There's got to be something that says, "Man, you stinks, man."
With what stat? What stat do you want? Runners in scoring position?
Yeah, it's the same thing
like
I texted you, Tommy.
And then kind of like a win above a replacement kind of a thing. I don't know if you can use that for those two players, but man, they suck.
Well, I texted Tommy. What is Rengifo hitting with runners in scoring position?
He's hitting 200 with runners in scoring
come on,
position. Which is higher than Jackson Churio. Just want to put that out there for everyone. Just saying that right now. He came up with a big swing today.
He did.
Came up with a big swing today.
But who do you trust more?
Well,
how long has Cheerio been back?
It's 21 at bats, which is about half the at bats that Rengifo has with runners in scoring position this year.
Well, oh my God.
Well, he's been back a good month.
Yeah. Look, the Brewers have a lot of guys that are doing really well with runners in scoring position. Go ahead, Cousin Tim.
Time.
Go ahead, Cousin Tim.
Yeah,
Sorry.
With Rengifo, I mean, we had no business winning that game. He gave up 3 runs personally.
Yes.
And then Joey Ortiz gave up a run. So it was like, oh, okay, we're not winning this game. But we did.
We did. You been drinking tonight?
Heck yeah, dude.
Sorry.
It's Friday night. We're listening to a baseball post-game show, Tim Allen. Come on. Why?
True.
What do you mean? We're
thinking?
the only two not drinking right
what
now.
Was I thinking?
Yes.
I mean, Tim, man, if I can't have a beer, you see, I can't be like Beer Cone Kenny and say, oh, my God, I got to open a beer right when I talk to you guys, because I can't. Because if my beer is ready to be open before I get on this damn station, I am going to lose my mind. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to open that beer because I can't.
Okay.
Because you can. Yes.
So, I mean, come on, guys. There's a principle to all this stuff. I mean, we need to take our things seriously, because if you have a beer to open, you open it, damn it.
You ever do a crotch chop?
What the hell is that?
Abner Uribe. When Abner Uribe gets off the mound, do you ever do that, Cousin Tim?
Well, why the hell would I want to do that?
Well, come on, Cousin Tim. Cousin Tim, respectfully, how long have you been a Brewers fan here?
Oh, my God, 1972.
And you haven't crotch chopped once at a game yet?
Well, I might have did the 6-gun shooter.
The 6-gun shooter. Okay.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah.
You've done that.
I mean, because I did pitch in the Little League and then in Pony League, but I just never went too far because I had an issue with people, man.
Because you had beers open in the dugout in Little League, I'm sure.
Because he had an issue with people.
It was like that movie. What was that? The Bad News Bears, when they would drink.
Sure.
I was like that guy.
Yeah, it was based on Cousin Tim. It's a biopic.
Tip one back for us, man. Thank you for calling.
Thanks Timmy.
For participating. Nicolay Law Talk and Text Line 414-677-1250. Hour left to this. Ooh, this is fun.
Was that a slow hour?
Oh my goodness, that was great.
Awesome.
Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. 5-4, 10 innings, Brewers win in a game I'm finding it hard to describe. So we'll try and do better after the break.
baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
A win is big, but an unlikely victory maybe is a little bit bigger. I don't know. That's the way you interpret a season, a day, a series.
Oh, Tim, you missed everything's bigger in Texas type.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes. Or I know a good one. Houston, we don't have a problem.
Oh,
that'll get them.
All my ex losses live in Texas. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a big win. It is, and in I guess a couple of different ways. 5-4 final, 10 innings it took, and things got a little testy there, as you would say, in that ninth inning. Bases loaded, a leadoff error never helps anything. It just doesn't help. And you're thinking, well, you can get through this. Base hit. 2 on, nobody out. Okay, runners advance on an out. You got 1 out. What are you doing pitching to that guy? You got to walk him intentionally, don't you? They did throw 1 pitch in that sequence before they intentionally walked to load the bases, and that was the right move. I don't know why they didn't do it prior to the first pitch. Maybe they were testing the waters. The Houston Astros were pretty aggressive throughout the game, so maybe they were testing, and if they get up 0-1, if Uribe's up 0-1, well, maybe you tinker with staying with it. But no, the right move was to, walk the bases loaded, but then a big strikeout. I mean, that was a huge strikeout for Uribe, and then he got the pop-up to send it to extra innings. And at that point, I think the best I felt, Tommy, was when Chourio was up leading off the 10th with Yelly at second, and he was up 3-0. That's where I hit the pinnacle there. Now, it didn't work out because Chourio didn't really get the job done. Yelich did in his base running, moving over on a shallow fly ball. Man, it was, I think, one of the moves of the game, and I maybe it was outdone on the what would it be, the Contreras fly ball, but Yelich scored on that one. And I'll go back to what I said earlier in the show, and that is, had those same situations had been in the second or third inning of this game, Yelich either doesn't move to third on the one play or doesn't go home on the other fly ball.
No, and the 920 says something here that I want to get to on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. There is no stealing wins in sports. Houston played better early today. The crew figured out how to win. That's it.
I could see that. I could see that philosophy, that there's no stealing victories. You win at the elite level.
I mean, what if Joey Ortiz throws that ball away and then a run comes across the score? Then is it stealing a win?
Green Bay Packers up 27-16 with 6.5 minutes to go in Chicago.
There's more text to get in here.
See, isn't that stealing a win?
Real quick, in your guys' honest opinion, who is the first call up or move? Pratt? ?
Yeah.
Probably, right? Has to be.
I would think it has to be. I mean, I think a sleeper is Jet Williams, though. I think they really want him to get up here. Rengifo is just running himself right out of a job.
I mean
he is.
Duh. Yeah. Duh.
It's too bad.
Is he running himself out, or was he already ran out?
He's
at this
a better
point?
Baseball player than he's showing.
I don't think so, Tim. I think he is trending down and has been.
Okay, unless he fell off the table in the last 18 months.
Well, here's his numbers over the years, right? So we talk about some of his good numbers from 22 and 23 when he had 17 and 16 homers, and he was a 700 OPS guy, right? In 24, he got hurt, and he was a 763 OPS with 6 homers in his 78 games. Since then, however, it's 622 last year and 533 this year. The homer numbers have been down every year since 2022.
What did he bat in 24?
In 24, he's a 300 hitter.
See, that's what I
in
look
78
at.
games.
Right, in a half a year.
In a half a year.
Yep, that's what I was hoping to get out of Rengifo.
A 300 hitter for $3 million. Every MLB team would have signed him.
And that's the gamble they took. That was the hope for me. Okay, so he doesn't get 300, 272, 264.
He did hit 264 twice in his career, by the way. So you're not only good at numbers on the back of the jersey, but I think we would be, if he was not hitting, he's hitting worse than Hamilton and Frelick and Ortiz.
It's just horrible.
Come on.
I can't protect him anymore.
No, it might be Ortiz.
He had
might
one
be
solid
worse.
hit. He had one solid hit tonight. He didn't have a hit, but solid barrel.
He's 6 points ahead of Joey Ortiz right now. Sorry, 6 points.
They're both Rengifo and Joe. They may both go. I don't think Joey's going to go though, guys. I don't. I think him and Hamilton. I think they're going to stay, and the move would be Rengifo, and then you play the trifecta with those 3 guys: Hamilton, Ortiz, and then whoever.
Yeah,
but you're going to give up on Rengifo in 2 months after giving him 3.5. That's tough to believe too, that this organization would do that.
What is giving you any hope that there is something there? Because he had 3 weeks of he was really unlucky hitting the ball hard. It's not like any homers got robbed by him. It was gappers right at people, or stingers right at people the entire time. It wasn't all these diving grabs and pulled away homers, and he came up with a couple of nice singles the other way once. There's
quality at bats, striking the baseball with quality.
No, not at all. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm done with it.
I would be impressed if the organization would just chew on it and spit it out. $3.5 million. Boom, gone. You tried. It was
Tim, it's
2
not
months, 2.5 months.
It's not. It's about summer of fun and entertainment and passion, and that literally could think of 3 words to not describe Luis Rengifo is what I just did right there.
Well, and now on the other side, there's no guarantees that Ortiz, Hamilton, or Cooper Pratt will improve things.
There's no doubt in my mind it can't get worse.
It's hard to do worse.
It's hard to do worse. Their defense has to be better, regardless of if their bats are going to be or not.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll miss a step.
Error. Both had an error tonight. Yes. That's rare.
For Joe, yeah. Just his 4th all year. They said it was just his 4th all year. Does that sound like not a lot? Or does that sound like more than you thought?
4, 8, 12, pacing to 12. No, that's not a lot.
No?
No.
For how Joe is so lights out, how many games has he played? Is it one every 10 games for Joe Ortiz?
That if you compare it to the games, if you compare it to the season, 12 errors for Joey Ortiz, that might be a little up. But yeah, that's about in the ballpark of a really good defensive guy.
Farmer from Sheboygan calling it best post-game championship season of the year tonight. Love the beer drinkers calling in.
Wow.
I'm in solidarity, cracking one open because I can, not waiting. LOL. Let's get to the phone lines, 414-677-1250 if you want to be a part of the show. We got our guy Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hey guys, biggest win of the season. This was an unbelievable win tonight. Yep, biggest. Everyone's big, Tim. You know that, but tonight's the biggest one of the season so far for me. I mean, this game was a huge game. Cubs go down tonight. Get another game, But I got to tell you, I'm kind of with Tommy on this one. I think Renifo's got to go. I think they're going to let him go. I really believe that.
He's giving him no choice, Brian. It's not.
That's the thing. He's making it for.
It's not like they're making this choice. It is. Right. It is them poking the stick. Like, do something now.
Yep.
He has had a couple critical mistakes within this last week, and tonight was the kicker for me. And to me, I think I listened. I don't know what I listened to today. It was maybe Sparky. They're talking about, Made, or even his morning show with Made or Cooper Pratt. Made's not coming up this season here, guys. You guys can chalk that one up. Made's not coming up.
Correct.
He'll be up next year.
Maybe opening day, Brian.
Yeah,
Quite
could be
possible.
Opening day. They'll treat him the same way they treated Churio. I'm hopeful they'll sign him to a long-term deal, before the season starts next year, and then they'll start him in the majors next year. But this year, I really feel, when you bring Cooper Pratt, which he's the guy they're going to bring up, you're going to stick him at short, and you're going to say, "Here you go, kid, go." And not saying they're going to give him days off. I'll put Joey Ortiz as a utility kind of a, shortstop, on days off for Cooper Pratt. But Cooper Pratt's going to come up here and play shortstop, and then you're going to see Ortiz at third base with Hamilton. I really believe that.
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. I
Yep.
do. I think that's right. Now that's not a real formidable left side of the diamond, folks. It's just not.
What do you mean? It's one guy. It's at least a chance on a new
I'm
guy.
just saying collectively with those three.
You're collecting Cooper Pratt in there who hasn't done anything. At least let him stink before you say he stinks.
I'm just saying he's young. Now, could he come up and light the house on fire? He could. But I'm just saying the left side, I would think that this is the year that they go out and get a Rhys Hoskins type name, a veteran type name. They're gonna, but it's only gonna be one guy. It's not gonna be two or three. They're not gonna bring in three offensive guys. They're bringing in one dude. You guys feel comfortable offensively with Hamilton and Ortiz at third base? It's gonna be the same sieve over there. It'll be the same thing. Now, Cooper Pratt, I like it for two reasons. One, he may just catch fire. Who knows? You don't know. A lot of times they live on adrenaline when they first get called up, and they go. But the other thing is getting him seasoned. The sooner you do that, the sooner you're going to find out what kind of ball player he is going to be in 1 year, in 3 years, in 5 years. So there's two reasons to bring him up. But the Hamilton Ortiz thing at third base, I don't know, maybe it loosens him up a little bit, but I don't have high hopes for those guys offensively. Defensively, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
And maybe, here's the maybe. Here's the big kicker. You remember Joey Ortiz played a pretty damn good third base.
Oh, yeah. He played good offensively, too, that year.
Yep.
And maybe he gets back to a comfort zone, at least pitching in offensively. And here's one of the reasons why I don't think Ortiz is going to get sent down. I just don't. Last year, the second half of the year, look at his numbers.
He
was good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad.
It was June 1st, I think we did, and last time I think he was hitting 260 almost.
260 plus.
Yeah.
For 3 months.
Yeah, it's not bad. Go ahead, Brian.
But there's one more thing I just need to. I'm just chomping it because they are going to make moves to the deadline this year, guys.
Yeah, oh yeah,
they're going to. And Tim, you said it. They're going to go and they're going to get a veteran type player at the deadline, and they're going to plug him in if they feel that third base is that sieve. Well, then they may end up setting Joey Ortiz down, in August if something else, if they sign that guy. Not saying they're going to get that guy, but they're going to make some moves. And I think we just have to just be patient with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust Matt Arnold all the way to the cows come home. I really will. And yet, don't be surprised if he doesn't go and gets himself a really stud in that bullpen. But this team is rolling, guys. I'll tell you, we got a juggernaut going right now. If we could just keep those starters healthy is going to be the big word of the day.
I mean, all right, Brian. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Brian.
Great conversation. You got to win in a game that Coleman Crow started.
They're 3-0 in games by Coleman Crow, by the way.
You got to win in a game in which you went bullpen on Wednesday, Chad Patrick. So you're winning these games somehow, some way, until you get clicking on all cylinders. There's a Brandon Lockridge laying out there in the weeds too. He'll be back. Is he going to do better than Blake Perkins?
Yeah.
The team is better offensively with Brandon Lockridge on this roster.
Yeah, but that's a bench bat. We're talking about a starter here that this team might need at third base. To your point, though, I was going to say that with Joe. I do think Joey Ortiz sticks around more than Rengifo does. Even though there's the options with Ortiz, like Rengifo's just a liability. He really is at this point. And to be fair, Joe, you got to lock in if you're going to be defensive replacement in the ninth inning. You got to lock in. I know it's hard what's going through this year. I also do think, as the number one Jake stan, I think he probably should have caught that ball. I think he probably should have stretched out for it a little bit more. I don't think he saw it really. I might have got caught in a light when it got thrown or something.
Got caught in a white shirt or something.
Yeah, I think he lost it somehow.
Yeah.
But it was a catchable ball for first base. I do believe that.
In between, do you stretch and catch it on a fly? Do you back up and take it on the short hop? Yeah, I mean that's tough.
So here's a couple of what Spot Track has as third base trade candidates this year. And there's about 10 names on this list. I'm going to take out Nolan Gorman and Matt Shaw because I don't think the Cardinals or the Cubs are going to do any business with the Brewers, right?
No
so
chance.
So here's some other ones. Mark Vientos, who is, I believe, kind of struggling for New York right now, but a name that has had success and maybe you could get a little cheaper. Josh Young with the Rangers. Isaac Paredes, who we saw today playing third base. Alec Boehm from Philadelphia.
Take him.
Eugenio Suarez with the Reds. Probably can eliminate him too.
Here we go again.
Probably can eliminate him too, just with it being the Reds. And then the Giants guys with Matt Chapman and Rafi Devers, who's been playing a lot of first base and probably makes a little bit too much. I would say the Giants guys probably make a little too much money for them.
Yeah, Devers doesn't feel right to me, but the Chapman, maybe.
He is owed $116 million through 2030. So probably not. Probably not. If the Giants want to pay the salary, go ahead. I heard that about Scooble is that the Tigers might be offering to pay the salary this year to get the better prospect haul.
Because in essence, yes, then they're buying prospects.
Right. So that's interesting. If the Brewers could get Scooble for free, like now do you take it for half a year with some prospect paying?
Pay some money and pay some prospects.
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. That's for sure.
Where it becomes interesting is that 1-2, 1-2-3, or 1-2-3-4 punch in the postseason. That's where it gets interesting.
Right.
Because if you buy time for an offense like this, you buy innings. I call it time, but you're buying innings of scoreless baseball or at least limited run baseball. You're going to be in every playoff game. The Brewers with good pitching, they've made a living here on being in every game.
Oh, God.
How about be in every postseason game?
Could you imagine Scooble, Miz, Harrison? Oh,
see?
Be crazy.
You can't rule it out. What were we saying in spring training at some of the broadcasts, the hot stove broadcasts? At some point, the Brewers will say, this is not good enough anymore. Meaning, get to a first or second round of the playoffs and bow out every year. And you can polish it up like that's, quote, defined as successful. And you can, there's some validity to that. I get it. But at some point, and I'm not saying it's this year, but at some point, if this continues, where you're just division winner, bounced out in the second round, bounced out in the NLCS, at some point, don't you think they're going to try the other way one time and give up some prospects and literally, legitimately go for it?
Maybe before this CBA paper I have out here.
Take that pop at it right now, just right in front of it.
Just see what's going on.
I mean, you would think if you just keep getting the same results, wouldn't you say, just one time, let's try it the other way? And I'm not saying sell the whole farm. Just sell one of the back barns back there.
Oh, yeah.
And about the 120 acres over there. It's not the whole farm. It's just some of it.
Okay.
Try a different thing. Yeah, we'll see. They might do it this year. Who knows? All right, we'll come back and hear from Pat Murphy. 5-4, the Brewers win in 10 innings. And we'll get to that Abner Uribe suspension versus the PCA non-suspension. Figure it out. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Fantastic. He was great. He's getting better and better, and this was a great testament to how hard he's worked and how hard our pitching coaches have worked with him. I mean, he looked fantastic.
He threw 64 fastballs tonight, 8 strikeouts, a lot of swing and miss, obviously. What did you see with, like, the difference of how he was able to execute that?
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting this good. I mean, he's been throwing the ball like this, but he found his breaking ball in the second inning and started locating that below the zone. And the heater's got that upshoot to it that makes it so tough on hitters.
What is it like? I was going to ask you, the guys that work the replay for you normally don't get a lot of attention, but those two
because you don't give them enough. You don't give them enough attention.
I'm trying to right now.
Well,
those 2 challenges were obviously really big early in the game.
Huge.
Did you?
I mean, even when they're wrong, they're right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they're.
Murph, what do you think about the way Abner kept his cool with everything that happened today, the last couple of days, and then the situation that he faced?
Yeah, I mean, Abner, that's what he's capable of. You know, we didn't play defense behind him, but he settled in and did the job. And that's what we expect out of him. He's a major league pitcher, you know, with a really important role. We expect him to keep his composure.
Murph there in the 10th, Yelly's legs, he can still move, obviously, tagging up and taking 2 bags there.
There's a lot of underrated plays in the game, but those two were great. You know, the fact that he got to third on a short fly ball to center field, and the fact that he scored on a line drive to right, the kid with an incredible arm, it just goes to show you that's how he plays the game. That won't show up in the box score as a hit or anything like that, but that offensively that won us the game.
On the Churio one, Murph, did you sense he was going to go? That maybe was for sure a close call.
Kid knows how to play baseball, man. He has a great gauge for the game. You know, 12 years in the big leagues, using your legs, and I know he's an MVP. I know did he hit 40 one year? Did he hit 40 homers? 44. Okay, I know he did that, but there's not many guys that hit 44 and can still run the bases like that. Totally underrated for what he did for this game today.
Third time out there for Coleman now. Crow, what did you think about what he did for you?
It wasn't sharp today. Again, our defense let him down. That's a huge error. That's a 3-run error if you really look at it. You know, there's 2 outs, nobody on. You know what I mean? So then he goes 4 innings or maybe 5, you know, with 1 run. And he wasn't as sharp. He wasn't ahead in the count. He didn't have his good breaking ball all day. He didn't throw a lot of them. You know, I thought this was the worst of the 3, but he still has a way. He's a pitcher. He still has a way of getting outs, and he got us 12 outs.
What do you think about the way the team was able to fight back after falling behind with that error there?
Yeah, I mean, we weren't sharp offensively or defensively. We weren't sharp today, but to win a Major League Baseball game against a team that's won 6 out of 7 and 7 out of 10 with that firepower in their lineup. Just a credit to our pitching staff. They were great. You know, when you think about D.L. Hall, Anderson, Bashby, Uribe, and McGill, they were all very, very good, and that won us the game with Yelly's base running and contact. You know, Jack hitting the 2-run homer was big. But you know, this is a game that could have went the other way, and you know, Uribe made some big pitches at big time. That was another key, but we didn't play good defense. Those are two plays that got to be made. Again, Contreras, that's a long game to catch right there. Those 10 innings, 6 different pitchers, I think, and that's it's a really good job on his part.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Couldn't get through that Pat Murphy presser without credit, William.
Take a drink, everyone. We were so close.
Yeah.
So close.
Normally it's 3 or 4 drinks during the credit William drinking game. I mean, he got one in, squeakled it in right at the end there.
He was like, wait, TV, don't go away. Credit to William.
Did I credit William? Credit William.
William, I love you, William.
You did great.
Pay the man.
Stay here.
Credits.
G2 Insurance run of the game brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. In a 5-4 game, I think you got to go with the game winner, don't you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Line shot to right, coming on to make the catch is Smith. Here's the tag. Here comes the throw home. It's late. And Brewers take the lead on the sac fly by Bryce Terang. That's where that tag up by Yelich is so critical.
Tag up was critical during that one. And Bryce Terang just getting the job done. Even when he's slumping, getting the job done, right? That's what you're looking for out of your big name players. And we'd all love Bryce Terang to hit one over the wall in the 10th inning, but got the job done. You get the victory. There's no stealing games, Tim. Only winning at the end. Okay. That's it. That's what we're going to adopt it. You don't steal wins, you get wins. Sure. Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Services specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie. To find the best combination of coverage and price, get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield. Online at g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance. Tim, I wanted to know if we should play some Trevor McGill. I already made sure that he didn't do any Trevor McGill words in there.
You sure? Because he's good for that.
He's usually good for it. I got it. There are no Pete Crow Armstrongs that are along there.
I was looking at the X posts from the beats, and the one said that McGill let the dugout know about it. I wondered if there was chippiness going on. I don't know. It just felt like there may have been, but sometimes we don't know about it, and we're not down there to hear the stuff. But apparently McGill let the Houston dugout know. He's done that before. McGill has.
I would not mess with Trevor McGill.
No.
It's a big dude.
No. He would be one of those guys in a bar fight that just – he's going until he's knocked out or you're knocked out.
He is the Randy Johnson story where I'm sure he doesn't own a gun. He just has a bucket of baseballs by his bed to whip at you.
Fire.
Yeah. If you try to break into his house. So here he is, Brewers closer, Trevor McGill.
That situation, it's not new now with the 1-run second, but do you ever get used to that where there's no room for error?
Yeah. I mean, it's just you go in there and attack and hope they, foul it off or swing through it. So, pretty good heater today, and got to strike 2 quick, and was fortunate enough to get a quick punch out, and then that pop up, and then obviously finish it with another strikeout. But yeah, get a little more easy going into those innings as time goes by.
We're always asking about velo. Your velo is starting to tick up now, like we talked about last month. Do you feel like it's getting back to where?
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly where I was last year. I feel like the 7 to 8, pop a 9, maybe 100. But just like I said earlier, it's early in the season and still building up a little bit, and finally starting to feel good.
Trevor, everything the last couple of days, and then Abner makes the decision to appeal. He gets thrown in this crazy situation. What did you think watching his inning?
Picked up his teammates there, that's kind of our job as pitchers is, we can control what we control, and, what we can't, and, that's what good teams do is they pick each other up, and, we saw that tonight from him.
I think you said the other day there were plenty of people talking to him. Did you say anything to him today as this process unfolded?
I talked to him the other day. I thought his interview, just explaining the situation was really good. And, apologized to the team, the steps he's taken and kind of where he's at today, I'm impressed by. And, it's something that happened and, something we can get past and probably going to be a gift for a long time. Funny one if that. But, I mean, it's the guy we love, and he gets a little emotional sometimes out there, but that's our guy.
There is Trevor McGill after the game. As you can tell, teammates not all that upset about Abner Uribe's actions.
No, and that's what they do. There's a brotherhood in there, and I think Murphy cultivates that sort of culture within his clubhouse, and it is in large part up to the players, but Murph's leadership style is going to be, we're going to play for each other, and that's that. We're going to pick each other up. I mean, again, I'm puzzled by the suspension versus the PCA stuff. And I think it is apples to apples. It's, some would say, well, they're two separate situations. I don't see how. If it's detrimental to the league, your conduct, then which conduct? Then now we're going to measure which conduct is worse. What PCA said to a fan, regardless of what the fan said to him, you say that to a fan, and then on the other side, you gesture, conduct questionable. You make a gesture to the dugout. So apparently the difference is you can't pick on players, but you can pick on fans.
Yeah, it's just not a good look for MLB. I mean, both were not good looks from the players' side of things, right?
That's right.
That can be agreed upon, but let's have some continuity in it. If you want to suspend Abner a game, fine. Is it lame? Probably. But PCA was much more derogatory, it seemed like, and it was equally disrespectful, except to, instead of your employee, it was your paying customer. I don't know. Is it better to defend your employee as opposed to your customer? It's really, that's the boat that the MLB was in.
That's right.
Still think garbage.
It's crazy how one was not suspended and the other one was.
If you showed the two clips to someone who's never seen a baseball game but is a big sports fan, and you were like, which guy should be suspended? They're probably picking Peter.
Oh, yeah.
Before. You know what? He is. Stop calling him PCA. He's Peter.
Peter.
We're just calling him Peter for the rest of this.
So Peter says something that outside of violence, okay, there's only 2.5 more things that would be worse. If Peter brought up, if he included race in there, right? That would be a lot worse than what he said.
Sure. Yes.
That would make it way worse.
Yes.
If he brought up sexuality, I think that would be worse too.
Yes.
Or if he used, instead of the B word, the C word.
Yeah.
That would be slightly better. So that's the 2.5. There's only a few things that would have been worse
right.
that he said to that woman.
Well, he used like 4 buzzwords that are just not cool all at the same time.
I mean, come on, MLB. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I don't
Maybe
know.
they thought Abner Uribe was saying the same thing to the Cardinals.
Maybe.
Maybe. We don't know.
In a way, it kind of is. Right? So they're very similar in that regard.
Yeah.
Just the message took different forms.
Weird.
Yeah.
Just weird.
That's strange. Hey, we're going to rewind. Do you remember, was it last year or the year before that William Contreras hit a homer off Verlander? I think it was. Wasn't that 13-pitch AB?
I kind of want to go back to 1999 in honor of the UWM Panthers as well.
Yeah, we could.
You know, that's another one that's on my mind. They got a win today.
We against Auburn?
Auburn, number 4 team in the country.
We need to check out how my Huskies are doing down there in Northern Illinois.
Oh.
They're playing Florida State. I think they're up mid-game the last I checked. They were rain delayed for a few hours. But keeping an eye on the Northern Illinois University Huskies as well. But congrats to UWM to get in, and how they got in was cool. And then their victory. So all that and more on the other side. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. You know, the Brewers, they take game one of this 3-game weekend series, 5-4 the final, but another Milwaukee team gets a victory today also.
Yeah, UWM, man, the Panthers.
I did not realize they started out so lousy this year. I thought they were pretty good.
They were 5-23 to start this year. Since then, they are 21-8, and they defeated the number 4 seed in the tournament, the Auburn Tigers.
Sounds like a Cinderella to me.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And here's the final call from earlier today.
Center field, Dylan O'Connell back, makes the catch over his head. For the first time in 27 years, the Milwaukee Panthers have won an NCAA tournament game, and in the process, shocked the baseball world here on day one of the 2026 NCAA tournament.
I mean, it was a little bit of everything. I mean, the offense was outstanding, 13 runs against one of the nation's best staffs. And they got off to a 10-0 lead and held on against this potent offense. But I tip my cap all the way around the approach by the offense to go out there and attack early. They knocked out one of the best starters in the SEC. And then they were just able to keep adding.
So, Tim, for context, this is the first NCAA win in my lifetime for the UWM Panthers.
Good for them.
Right?
That was cool.
Yeah, I know. I so then I go back and I look. The Brewers were playing the Padres on this day in history, right around the same time. And Jim Abbott was starting for the Brewers in 1999. Right. He had one hand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
One arm.
And
at the half there. He did because he tucked his glove up in there.
Right,
yeah.
right. That's what it was. Yes. Alex Ochoa was in left field.
Alex Ocho.
Ocho?
That's what we called him.
Yeah. What number was Alex Ochoa?
23. Oh, okay.
23?
Yeah. You can't do that to Ted Simmons and Ricky Weeks.
24 actually in 1999, 23 in 2002. He had two stints with the Brewers. Brian Banks, Sean Barry were playing first base in that game. You got those.
Sean Barry. He was a former Astro.
You got Sean Barry's number in the bag?
8?
7. Close. Marquise Grissom, Dave Nilsson, Jeff Cirillo, Jeremy Burnett, Mark Loretta, Fernando Vina, all our usual 90s guys. David Weathers and Mike Myers, not
that Michael Myers.
Not Michael Myers and not Shrek either.
No. Right.
Different guy. You got Mike Myers' number hanging around there?
No idea. On
28 fielder. He walks, so fielder.
Boy, Prince Ricky.
Yeah, both of them mentioned here on the show. But 10-3 win. Pretty nice for the Crew. Back last time UWM was winning NCAA tournament games versus Rice.
And my NIU Huskies down there, they weren't playing Florida State. They're at Florida State, but they're playing Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, as of right now, I just refreshed to make sure 10-7, bottom 7 in favor of NIU.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for us. A big win for the Brewers for sure. And as one of our callers said, they're all big wins. They are. And they run their mark to 34-20. And I say that with a laugh a little bit because I didn't expect to be 14 games over 500 through the first 54. Did you?
No, that's a good. Would you take that, Tim Allen?
Oh, that's a great. Would you
I would take that? I would take that.
Yeah. Well, they're going to go back at it tomorrow. This is a Saturday 3:00. You like that?
I'll take that. I would take that.
So that puts us on the air, 5:30 range, 6:00 range.
Yeah, I know. This is like a warm up for West Coast. Of course, you.
They'll ease yourself into it with just the slight difference from Colorado first.
Right, but mountain versus west, very
and then
different.
After that, west from Las Vegas.
Yeah, you'll be there.
I will be there.
Yeah.
A week from Monday.
Wow. Are you just pumped?
Oh, my gosh.
I
I can't wait.
Is it? You said this is 85?
I was just staring at my luggage the other day. Just staring at
No way. You are a sicko.
All right, Tommy, you've got the leadoff show at 2.
2 o'clock tomorrow, 1 hour before first pitch, getting you ready for Brewers baseball.
Yeah, and after the ball game, let's talk about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Fun show tonight. Friday nights are always a crapshoot, too. We appreciate the participation, whether you were consuming or not consuming, whatever you consume. We appreciate it that you tuned in. For Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great night. And as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.